Alright, well, as promised, I'm going to do a short little video here just to talk about some of the things that I was relating to in the map that I posted. I did some work on this afternoon since posting it on my system. I colored in the yellow hexes here, which are the muskeg, and these darker gray areas. If I come right in, you can see that the granularity is better on my desktop on the computer that I have than it appears on Blogger. So it's a shame I can't print a better picture on Blogger, but you can see coming up close that the granularity is better here, and some of these things are in front when they should be behind. Now what I've done is there's all these little squares here that are just a hint to me that tells me what that hex should be, because these are all, the pink hexes are hexes that I have elevation and locations for towns and so on and so forth. All the other hexes are blank. I have no information for them except for what I can get off the atlas and Google Earth. So what's the content of those hexes is based on them being empty and primarily being made up of the vegetation that's dominant there. So in a hex like this, which is muskeg, I will come and grab the fill effects here and build the color up on this. The color that I'm using is this one down here at 50%. So I come in fill effects and make the tint 50% tint. And then the other half will be white, and I will grab that large confetti shape there, and then I will just delete that picture from the background. Now I can do a bunch of these at the same time. Now these are all these gray ones here. This is very far north. These are very, very cold hexes. These would be hexes which, according to information that I have off an atlas, are tundra and would be showing more rock than vegetation. Would have a minimum of water, so they're not considered muskeg. They're considered sort of gravel beds with lichen and so on, that sort of thing. So these would be extraordinarily desolate. The fill effects for these is to take this pattern and this gray here, this 234, 234, 234, and mix it with white and grab that same confetti pattern, and then that produces that white effect, and I'll send that to background. And then for all the ones that I put that on, it will get rid of the little hexagon. Now the hexagon is left over from the previous map. I shrank them down when I laid the previous map over top of this one so that they could be compared. Now let me show you the rivers, because this is going to be a short video. I don't want this to go on too long. But what I would do with the rivers, or what I used to do with the rivers, because I couldn't make that line, is that the rivers were made of short lines that were fitted together. These are all individual lines that were drawn together to give the impression of it being a river. But now I can do this other thing where I can go create a line, and I want to have a specific color. Everything has a very particular color. I need more colors. This particular color is 137, 137, and 250. That's my river color, and of course I've memorized it. I can make that apply to all new settings. And then I can come over here and I can grab this line shape here and curve, and then I can just draw my river. Every time I press the button, it makes a point. So I can just draw my river in, and I can make it a little bit more loopy, because that just makes it look better. And then it curls around and into the Yenisei, and there's my river, and I can get rid of the old one now. And if there's something that's a little too loopy, then I can just adjust it a little bit, and there it is. There's my river. So what I will do is I will go in and I will replace all of these rivers one by one with the new larger river, so that if I'm doing this one here, I just generally follow the same course and just make that river. The river's so much nicer. I wish I had this once upon a time. The rivers are just so much nicer. These ends will disappear under the NZ when I do it. And I just want to put a little extra bow in there because it looks prettier. And get rid of that. And this was a river that was 2 in diameter, not 1. All the numbers mean something in my world. It has a lot to do with what is the more or less the amount of water flowing in the river. And there you go. So that when it's done, all the rivers will look like these up here. And that just looks so attractive. Now this is a coastline. So I've drawn in the coastline here just as though it were a river. And what I can do is I can come up close and I will duplicate that coastline. And then I will color the duplicate black. And I will come back here. And I will pull the black on top of the blue so that it's exactly the same. Then I'll make the black line so that it's only very, very small. And I'll come in even closer here so that you can now see the black line on top of the blue line. Then I'll go grab the edited points and I'll draw that so that it fits just exactly to the map of the hex, because I'm going to want it in front of the hex. And to get rid of the little tails on the curve thing, if you've ever worked on the curve thing, the more little buttons you press, the more you get rid of the curve. So as I do this and I make lots of little buttons, it makes it so that it will make a sharp corner. And I bring this up here, this here, and I match it to this. And then as I put in little buttons, see it tightens up that corner. And now I want to color this hex. I want to color it this 75, 174, 255. I want to color it that hex, or that color. And then I want to make the line go away. And then I will pull the original border that was there. I will pull it in front. And there, now I have my C, which is colored very nicely. And isn't that pretty? And that's just some of the stuff that I'm doing to make these maps look prettier than the old system and the way they used to look. Thank you.